What's poppin', gamers? Today's Siegex is officially out, and with it, the game has gone free to play. That means that a lot of players that weren't willing or able to try the game before have had that barrier of entry removed, but now are faced with a very complex game that isn't the most beginner-friendly, so I'm here to try and curb that. This is going to be the 6-part and 9-part mini-series going over everything you should know before starting out. In this mini-series, we'll be going over things like settings, operator selection, and game modes to help you get your footing in the first few hours of play. For this one, we're going to be talking about walls, floors, and hatches and the ways you can either open them or keep them closed. There are two types of walls in Siege. Indestructible ones, where no matter what you do, the wall does not change, and what is known as a soft wall. These walls are either made out of wood or sheetrock, and they can be opened in a myriad of ways. As mentioned before, shotguns can put a hole in them, impact grenades can put a hole in them, breaching charges, basically any kind of explosive really, normal gunfire if persistent enough, and even certain operator abilities. Now obviously, that'd suck if half the objective could be opened in the first 10 seconds, so in order to defend against this, you can reinforce the wall, making it a hard wall. These walls can only be opened with special tools like the can openers that were mentioned before, or operator-specific gadgets like thermites, habanas, mavericks, or aces. But then the same problem shows up, just like 20 seconds later instead of 10. But that's where defenders like Bandit, Cade, Tubarão, and Mute come along to slow them down even more. Bandit and Cade electrify the wall, making any electrical gadget that touches it fizzle out immediately. Mute's jammer is immune to this electricity and works by stopping any attacker gadget from activating in its range. Tubarão freezes every gadget solid, both attacker and defender, so it doesn't function for up to 12 seconds. But with only 3 canisters, he can only prevent a wall from being opened for 36 seconds, making him best used in tandem with a second denial op. Now there are even counters to those counters, like EMPs, laser drones, or even explosives, but those can be played around if you're smart about it. So always remember, if the attackers really want a wall opened, it's probably going to get opened, but if the defenders really want it closed, it's probably going to stay closed. Problem is though, if they spend too many resources to keep the wall closed, they won't have anything for the other ways of entry, so sometimes, when the wall is too hard to open, the best way forward is probably around. Keep in mind, you always have another option. Floors, at the same vein as walls, have 2 different types, both indestructible and soft, and are usually pretty easy to spot the difference between. If you see a 1-floor ceiling, that's usually a pretty good sign it can be opened, though there are plenty of other materials that make up soft floors too. For the most part, the devs have tried to make it obvious where the soft floors and ceilings start and end, but in rare cases, you'll just have to check and see for yourself. All soft floors have these steel beams in them that are completely indestructible. The only things that could go through the gaps between these metal beams are bullets, throwable gadgets, and explosions, so no people are going to fall through the ceiling completely out of nowhere. Since there's no way of reinforcing a soft floor, this is where operators that specialize in soft destruction like Sledge, Buck, and Ram shine. You can also use ops like Astra Sophia's budget soft destructors, since they get 4 to 5 explosives apiece, but they rarely work well as replacements if you need more than just a little soft breach. And despite how small a hole those can openers make, they can still be extremely useful if you have one of these nearby. This is a hatch, these work in nearly the same way as soft walls. You can shoot holes in them with your normal weapons, shoot them up with shotguns, or just blow the entire thing up with an explosive. These are just as important as soft walls since they could give you lines of sight over entire parts of the objective, so reinforcing these can really be the difference maker on certain bomb sites. There's also only 2 ops that can help keep them closed. Cade and Tubarão, though once again, Tubarão is only a temporary fix. And very quick, I want to talk about doors and windows. Doors and windows can be barricaded by pressing the interact prompt, but is often more detrimental for the defenders than the attackers, so be wary. And that's about everything you need to know about walls, floors, and hatches. Hope that wasn't too much. This one was a bit shorter than the rest since it's a little bit more narrow in topic, though I still thought it was an important one to cover. But once again, if you found this video helpful, leave a like. If you have any questions on something that I didn't go over in this video, leave a comment and I'll make sure to answer it. And if you're interested in the other videos in this mini-series, subscribe. The next video about cameras will be out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Catch you in the next one. Peace.